Everyone, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing what if Italy decides to form an empire. So, with Italy becoming imperial now, they could restore their old empire. So, what they do is that they attack Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, and Albania at the same time. So with this, the Italians do face some struggle with them all together, but they are able to push them back, soon capturing Slovenia, and then soon they split Croatia into two. This part falls, and then soon they start an invasion into Bosnia and Herzegovina, soon capturing Sarajevo, soon splitting them off once again. This part falls over to the Italians, and then this goes over to the Italians again, and then soon Montenegro falls, and then Albania falls. So with this, they see that Serbia has declared war on them, and then Kosovo is forced to declare war on them too, since Serbia still has claims in Kosovo. So with this, they start a liberation campaign in Bosnia and Herzegovina and a little bit in Croatia. With the Serbians liberating Sarajevo, they are able to split the Italians into two groups, and then soon Montenegro gets liberated. But that also means that they are getting invaded. Soon Belgrade falls, and then soon they start another invasion into Montenegro, soon falling as Kosovo soon falls, and then soon Bosnia falls, Montenegro falls once again. So with this, let's look at the peace treaty. Here we see the full annexation of those countries. So with this, they would want some land in Africa once again, so they declare war on Tunisia. And then with the Italians already near the coast of Tunisia, they do a landing, and then soon Tunisia falls. And then since they're there, they could just declare war on Libya. And Libya have any advantage with some Italian troops over here disconnected from the mainland. So they tried to storm in, trying to liberate Tunisia. But with the Italians already going to the coast, and we already see some naval invasions, they automatically lose this coast, and then start losing more territory, and then soon these fronts link up, and then soon they get more territory, and then soon after a while Libya surrenders. So let's look at the peace treaty. So here's the peace treaty. We see the full annexation of Tunisia, and we see the northern part of Libya getting annexed. So with Libya very weakened, they decided to go over to Egypt and say to them that could they be annexed for economic aid. So with this, Egypt decides to annex them. So Italy sees this and they get mad. And then once again they declare war. And then soon, with the Italians already there, they start a full-scale invasion. They are a little bit stopped over here. So with the Italians trying to go down, trying to split them off, they managed to get more area in Libya. So they lose the ground in Libya, and then with the Libyans already trying to go back, and then soon they go into Egypt. So with the Italians now at the Egyptian border, they start to going in. Soon they get to the Nile River, and then their capital falls. And then they're split, and then and then they lose the Suez city, and then soon, with a little bit more, they surrender. So let's look at the peace treaty. So here we see the full annexation in northern Egypt, and while the southern part of Egypt and Libya turns into a colony. So with this, Italy decides to look towards France, and they declare war. So with this, the Italians manage to capture the French island, and they start a small invasion into France. And then soon, they manage to get the bottom coast and start moving up. And then the spearhead goes towards Paris, and then another one starts heading towards the English Channel, and then while this one tries to focus in the southern part. So with the southern part managing to connect with this coast, they manage to split France into two. Eventually this part falls, and with the spearheads going over and managing to get to the English Channel, and this spearhead getting closer to Paris, this part falls over to the Italians once again, and then they start an invasion more into bordering up with Germany, and then soon this part is encircled and this part falls, and then soon they surrender. So let's look at the peace treaty. So here we see the full annexation of France. So with this, they decide to declare war on Switzerland. And then this angered a few countries, so that made Portugal, Spain, Austria, Germany, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands join the war against Italy. So with them, so the countries in blue sees this part as the weakest point, and there's part two. So Austria decides to invade that part, managing to split Italy into two. And with the Swiss trying to go and split Italy again, the Spanish and the Portuguese also try to do the same, but then eventually that's halted into a stalemate, and then that falls. And then soon the Austrians are pushed back, and then soon invaded. So with this, we see the fall of Vienna, making the Austrians surrender. And then soon, over here in the Iberian Peninsula, we see Monaco and Andorra being fully annexed. And then this part returns back to the Italians and an invasion into the Iberian Peninsula. So, with the Italians passing through the mountains, they are able to get more ground soon, and a spearhead goes over to Madrid, and then they try to encircle the Iberian Peninsula once again. So with this, we see the fall of Madrid, the fall of this island, and then soon Spain surrenders, and then Portugal also surrenders. So with this, the Benelux region sees that they made any mistake declaring war on them, so them three surrender. So they managed to do any full-scale invasion into Switzerland, and then soon Switzerland falls, and then Liechtenstein gets annexed, and then Germany is all alone, so they also surrender. So let's look at the peace treaty. So here we see the full annexation of France, Luxembourg, Belgium, Austria, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, but also we also see that the Netherlands lost a little bit of land, and Germany too. So with the Netherlands already fallen, Germany decides to annex them for economic aid. So, they go over more into the Balkans, and they also declare war on Hungary, and they also declare war on North Macedonia and Bulgaria. So, with the Italians already at their borders, they storm in. North Macedonia falls, and then with Bulgaria's capital fall, and as well as Hungary's, they surrender. So since they're there, they declare war on Romania. So with the Italian troops already stationed at the border, they do an all-scale invasion at the north, making the troops over here trying to push back, but all that also makes them lose their capital. So then Romania falls. So let's look at the peace treaty. So here's the peace treaty. We see the full annexation of Bulgaria and North Macedonia, while the rest of Hungary and Romania turns into a puppet state while also having half their territory annexed. So here, the Italians is trying to bring back the Roman Empire. So they decide that they might as well attack a lot of countries. And those countries are Greece and Turkey, Cyprus, Syria, Lebanon, Morocco, and Algeria. So with Algeria and Morocco being in having a good military, but the Italians with even better, they start to storm in, capturing all of their coast. Soon Morocco falls, and then Algeria falls. And over here, we also see that the Italians declare war on Israel and Jordan. So they start climbing up, soon they fall, and then they do an invasion into Lebanon and Syria, they also fall. And then Greece falls, and then Istanbul goes over to the Italians, and then an invasion into Cyprus, and then they all connect, and then Turkey falls. And then next, they might as well declare war on Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan, and Iraq. So with this, they managed to get Iraq and the Caucasus. So with this, let's look at the peace treaty. So here's the peace treaty. We see the full annexation in the Middle East and in the Caucasus. And we also see that the southern part of Morocco and Algeria become one colony, while they also annex the northern part of them, and while Western Sahara becomes a puppet. So over here, we also see that Malta has fallen under the ocean. So they could bring back the Roman Empire by just taking a little bit of their territory, but the Italians decided that they want to go above and beyond. So with this, they also go more into the Middle East, declaring war on Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, the UAE, Oman, and Yemen. So with the Italians declaring war on the entire Arabian Peninsula, they send their army a lot, and they destroy Kuwait, storming into Saudi Arabia as much as they can. Soon they fall, the UAE falls, Oman falls, and so does Yemen. So with this, they see the opportunity to attack Iran. So that's what they do. And then soon they start a full-scale invasion. Soon they pass the mountainous terrain. Soon their capital falls. So then Iran asked for peace and the Italians accept. So let's look at the peace treaty. So here we see the full annexation in the Arabian Peninsula, and we also see some land taken out of Iran. While the rest, nothing happened to it. So Italy decides that they would want to stop their empire, and they decide that they brought back the Roman Empire, but with even more power. So they decide to call it Greater Rome. So with this, they bring back Latin, and then soon they start living again. So hopefully y'all liked the video, and I'll see you on the next one.